Hello, how's it going? So this video actually joins straight on to the back of the other video. We are absolutely soaking here. We've been working, we were trimming 4 cows this morning. Oh no, sorry, they've got about 10. Oh wait, no, they actually have about 14 or 15. Yeah, it turns out they had 22 and we used about 22 blocks. So we've had a tough morning and we are soaking like absolutely. I mean, look at the state of that one. Look.
A mullet what?
Mullet what? Mullet is what? Looks like rat's tails now.
I remember that happened. Oh, it's what, isn't it?
Yep. We'll call it mildly moist, Graeme. So yeah, we are trying to clean up in the rain. It does make it a little bit easier to wash though. What's the tip over that? I had a health and safety thing actually. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Do need to get this clean.
It's no opposite start. Get in the video. Oh, I was shouting there and then you stopped. Get in the end. Did you see the bit with when you're cleaning the cross? The video that you got done yesterday.
Sorry folks, you'll get to the point.
The video that you got done yesterday.
Yes.
And they got 3 of you cleaning.
Yes.
Worked quite cool, didn't it?
Yeah, but you'd only put 2 in. I had to put the 3rd one in.
No, never.
Well, you must have deleted it then.
That would be you going with that.
Anyway. I think that's about it. Lovely.
Man, Craig's back, come on. Snowed in, right?
It is clean. It is clean. Craig likes things to be spotless, which is partly why he was employed, to be fair. It's a rare opportunity when we get warm water to clean up with, so we take every opportunity possible to use it. Right, anyway, about that health and safety. And to be honest, I get it. I really, really get it. Despite appearances, his appearance
Was.
and his appearance,
I'm very safe.
I genuinely really care about safety. If there's a wild cow or a wild bull or something going wrong or something that I feel dangerous, you can be honest. I think I would be the one who...
You would, yeah, you'd jump in and say, stand back, I'll get this, yeah.
Yeah. And when it comes to anything like hearing... So basically what happened was... Sorry, I haven't told you. So we got in Scotland we have a thing called the Health and Safety... the Health and Safety Executive. And it looks after everything to do with health and safety in the workplace. And I'm all for it. It's a great thing. And we got an email basically saying that there had been a report about the Hoof GP Limited, which is our company, how our employees, including me, are subjected in sort of what's the word? In the presence of loud noises, and it could result in hearing loss. So things like grinders, loud machinery, animal vocalizations, which is cows mooing, and yeah, that was it. And I totally get why somebody would report it, because they would maybe think that could be a problem. The grinders actually aren't quite as loud as people think they are. That's why we use cordless grinders. It is so important to get right. It really, really is. These people are in my care. Like, we employ them, and that matters a lot. Farms are incredibly dangerous places. They are it's one of the most dangerous industries you can possibly work in. So when it comes to things like hearing, it's something that we actually think about a lot. So the grinders aren't as loud as everybody thinks they are. On camera, the tone of them makes them sound louder. That's why we use cordless
Sorry.
Anywho, that's why we use cordless grinders, because they're quieter than corded grinders. They're safer in lots of other ways as well. But we also have ear defenders and things like that available. But we don't use them because... Can anyone think what the major safety concern is with wearing ear defenders? We need our wits about us on a farm. Cows are masters of their own destiny. They can jump out of places. People can leave gates open. They can rush in from places that are unexpected. Our first line of defence, or alert if you like, is our hearing. So we need to be able to hear clearly. And actually the grinders are only on for a few seconds or so. We even go as far as measuring the sound decibel readings, how loud everything is on farms. It's 87 decibels, by the way, that's where it peaks. And it averages round about 60, like 58 to 63 or something like that. So it's not actually as loud as you think it is. Cows mooing can be very loud, but unfortunately, it's cows that we're working with. So anybody who does have concerns about our hearing and things, I promise you, everything that we can think of to make sure that we are safe on the broad spectrum of everything that we do is done. The last thing I would ever want would be somebody who works for us being harmed in any way because of our surroundings. So rest assured, I really do care. And actually, getting an email from the health and safety executive is actually a really good thing because it makes you kind of refocus and check everything is in place, because you kind of go, oh, I better check. So actually, receiving that email wasn't a bad thing in the slightest little bit. It was quite a good thing because it means you end up concentrating on everything else round about you. Anywho, let's get to work.
He said, right, this morning when I get hurt at work, see yesterday, he stuck a block full of glue on my ungloved hand.
Right, but was that your good hand? Oh, no.
No, it was my bad hand.
That's your bad. That probably helped your bad hand.
Didn't it?
It was probably like holding the muscle better in place.
What did you say after I did it? That I'd given you the best afternoon of your life.
It was hurting, he's been peeling the glue off my hand like. Yeah, it was. I was out for about an hour, so I was like...
Feels like winter's coming. It was properly wet this morning, chucking it down yesterday, but the sun is out now. So hopefully the winter isn't too bad. Actually for Scotland, we've probably had the best summer we've had for like 10 years. So very, very appreciative of that. Here, we're supposed to only trim cows that aren't lame actually, which sounds really weird. So the idea is that we'll do the bulk of the cow's trims, so the routine trims, in a short period of time between the milkings. We have to look at commercial viability as well as the goodness of the cows. So we don't want the cows being away from their beds and away from the feed pens for as long as possible. In other words, as short a time as possible. So the lame cows do get trimmed here, but they get trimmed by the people who work here. That doesn't always happen though, and we probably will end up with a few lame cows. We do have about 45 or 50 cows to do today, so there are quite a lot of feet. That is roughly 400 feet. Is that right? Yeah, 400 feet. 400 individual claws. Anyway, let's get them up a race. Oh, we don't have a race, we have a parlour here. I used to actually work in this parlour doing this 50 cows at a time, all by myself, and I would completely fill the parlour right up and then climb over each cow and bring them up one at a time. So the fact that there's 4 of us doing it now is a massive, massive benefit. Got our foot over there. So sometimes they'll put their feet over this band and then other times they fix it themselves. So I've actually trimmed 23 cows. Going all right, but as you can see on the front of this foot, that cow has got dermatitis. So we're dealing with a little bit of dermatitis here today, which isn't too much of a bother, but it's pretty painful for the cows, unfortunately. When it's like that, it's easily missed, look, because this foot looks pretty good here. It looks like it's got a little bit wrong, but nothing major. Right, let's get her shaped up. What is wrong with this?
Yeah, we flat.
So I'll trim both of her back feet before I start treatment. When we're routine trimming cows, we tend to do that because that way you only have to lift up and put the grinder away once. And every little helps when it comes to speed. Get rid of all these little scraggly bits. And around about here, we'll just model this out a little bit more, which we always do in a routine trim. Well, not always, but almost always. Just get rid of these straggly bits. And then because we know there's dermatitis up in between it, got a rat, please, Craig? Yeah. There's a lot of muck on the front of her feet as well, so get rid of that. I'm not trimming Oh, I am trimming, but it's just manure. Oh, I feel like I'm rushing around. It's warm, isn't it? You can see it right round the front there. Oh, look. That's how sore that must be. Ooh. At least the crush will not get dermatitis now. Get that load of spray. Actually, she's got a bit of a tyloma. That's what that is in there. You can call it a granuloma, a tyloma, an intradigital hyperplasia. In other words, it's hypergrowth. Sometimes that's caused by dermatitis or swelling inside the foot, and because the interdigital space, the space between the two claws, doesn't have anything in it, the easiest place for that new tissue growth to expand into is down, and that's how you get those tylomas. They can be absolutely huge sometimes as well. Just to haul that salicylic right up in there. You okay?
Yes.
You see how many there is?
There's another 6 in there and that's it.
In the back?
Yep. 6.
Nice. 8 then.
This many.
Craig used to have 6 fingers because he's from Girvan, but they actually amputate them at birth. Is that how that works?
Well, we don't do what you do down here in Wigtonshire.
What?
Crossbreeding. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
It's not that wrong.
I think he meant inbreeding, but never mind.
Yeah, that's what I did mean.
Lovely.
Why do you think Susan seeked out me? Because I'm from Girvan.
Not salt.
She wanted a bit of a real man, you know.
And just like I said, the vast majority of these cows are routine trims. But some of them do have problems. Some of them, meaning this cow in particular. It doesn't look that bad, but you can see her heel, it's peeling away. And she was definitely slightly sore when she walked in. We'll do a lovely, nice, wide model and up into that interdigital space. Do the same on this inside claw, but just a little bit narrower. Get rid of all of these fissures. What step's that, Craig?
3?
4, Craig. Modelling out's 3.
Oh yeah, dealing with all those songs. Yeah.
Right, now we're on to step 4. 5, I mean. What's that, Graeme?
Fixing the problem.
Fixing the problems, yeah. Oh, it stinks. Smell.
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I knew you were going to do that. I said I'm good.
Oh, looks like there's a hole in there as well, actually. You can hear Craig getting a block ready because he knows it's going to. I'm sorry. Knows that she is going to need one. Right, let's get that block on there right now, actually. Right, on with the trim. This has started out as a sole ulcer down here, and then it's tracked its way up to the heel and delaminated the whole way. As you get towards the actual problem itself, obviously, the hoof horn is getting thinner and thinner and thinner, so this is where you can make mistakes very easily. And we all can and all do make mistakes from time to time. I was going to say that's fine. It's not fine, it's not what you want, but it's manageable as long as you fix them.
this edge. I'm actually going to thin all of this down a little bit more now. Right, under here, lift away, and again, and again. A little bit of a hole in there. Oh, it's tiny actually. It's not really a hole, it's just a dark bit. Oh, come on, I thought I'd finished. Just further. Got a rat ready, Craig? Right, this goes deeper. Oh, lovely, it's coming out. Good. So is that. Lots of really thin little layers here. I'm going to need to leave a couple of them because otherwise it'll go too deep, I think. Right. Let's see what that's looking like now. Actually, some detached form there too. I need that in to get access to it, but it's slightly in my way. That's better. Right, get some glue roll out. Now all of this isn't very good, but it's really, really soft, so I can't really trim that way. We've got an open part here, an open part here, and an open part here. And because all of that is quite open and this farm has problems with dermatitis a little bit, we are going to wrap it because we don't want to get it infected. Lovely.
No! Getting off that one. Can you tell you got that?
How'd that go? Is the puddle's no got dermatitis? The puddle will not have dermatitis, you're correct, Graeme.
Was there one left in the back?
Lovely.
This poor old girl is still clearly feeling a lot of pain through that back left foot. It's disappointing seeing any cow walk away like this, but I do know I did the best job I personally could do for her. So hopefully she'll start to feel better soon.
That last cow is the exception to the rule. Most cow feet here are pretty much perfect, but there has been an issue here.
This cow's had a problem here and it has grown in. We've treated this a few times, but now it's pretty much healed, I think. And I'm praying that when I trim this back, I'm not wrong. Lovely. You see, that's why we trim and retrim and revisit and check cows all the time, to get results like that.
just that little crack that I'm wanting out. Lovely. No, it's all fixed. So I actually took all of this height down from this foot as well because I want to get as much weight off this entire claw as I can so that problem doesn't reoccur. Rear its ugly head again. Beautiful. Let's finish modelling out this routine run. Done. Right. That's enough of this one.
And here's something completely different for you. This cow has dwarfism. She's actually a couple of years old and should be far bigger than she currently is, although it doesn't stop her being playful.
I'm not a tall guy, which I think you all know, but look at the size of her. Let's get in and see how we go on.
Craig and Graeme trimmed this little cow by themselves as I was away being busy. To be honest, I wish I'd been there to trim her though, because I think she's absolutely class.
Yep, that's it. So we've got her in the race, okay? Which I didn't have any doubt. She's very good at doing she's sold basically. But she's never been on a crush before, so she will be very weary. That's it, keep going. She really doesn't know what's going on. Come on. Come on. Come on. For a little cow, she still has a bit of weight behind her. Come on. That's it. Come on. I know. It's very scary. Come on. See, she has a problem with this back right foot. I can already see that. That's obviously why she's here. Come on, girl. That's it. That's it, girl.
Craig may well have got this little cow into the crush without a problem, but a trim like this is anything but straightforward. Because she's not the usual size this breed of cow would be, the constraints of her proportions inside the hoof horn may also be different, so Craig needs to be incredibly careful not to go too far. She is not particularly lame, especially not in this back left foot. However, her back right foot is elongated, it's overgrown, and it is causing her a bit of an issue, so it'll be interesting to see what Craig finds. Craig has been very cautious in this trim, and that is fantastic to see. All this foot needed was a little touch up, a little TLC if you like.
The fact that she's different makes me believe her feet will be different.
Craig is absolutely spot on, and this next foot proves exactly that. This back right foot is clearly overgrown, and on any usual cow you would assume she had a problem in the toe area. Remember, these are not overgrown, they're underworn, and when a cow has a problem in the toe that makes it sore and painful, she'll deliberately walk on her heels, thereby not wearing the toe area at all, which is why you get elongated feet like this. Except in this case, as the trim progresses, you're going to see this is the exception to the rule. By now, Craig should have seen the problem in her toe, but it's not materialising. This little girl maybe just has poor conformation in her legs, meaning that she doesn't walk properly, and that would be absolutely understandable. It's probably a muscular or skeletal problem, meaning that she walks on the heels of these hind legs and doesn't wear the toes of her feet. Her feet are actually in fantastic condition. The hoof horn is very, very well formed. They're nice and hard, and there are no real defects to speak of. The only issue was that overgrowth, which Craig has now fixed. He's now moving on, and rightfully so, to look for more problems. He knows that this little girl is in for some reason or other, and assumes that she's lame. Remember, she was on straw when he picked her out of the pen, and it can be very difficult to know whether or not a cow is lame when they're on a straw-packed bed like that. He has been very diligent indeed. He's been careful, calm and collected, and done a fantastic job of this little girl's feet. A trim any hoof trimmer would be proud of. After ensuring there's no problem whatsoever with that back right foot, Craig moves on to trimming both front feet. All they need is a little shape up, a bit of a routine trim, and a bit of reassurance that nothing is starting to go wrong with them. This little cow has behaved impeccably for Craig, and despite any other issues she may have, it's good to see that there's nothing really wrong with her feet. It strikes me that it might be pretty cool to have an entire herd of cows like this, even although it may not be commercially viable. And with that, this gorgeous little cow can trot off happily ever after, knowing that there's nothing wrong with her feet, even if they were a little overgrown.